Alright, so last time we learned about the symbols of the big four, BNSF, UP, NS, and CSX. And now it's time to learn about the rest of the Class 1 railroads. Canadian National, Canadian Pacific, and Kansas City Southern. And just one more thing, Ferromex is not a Class 1 railroad. But however though, I will sometime do the symbols of Ferromex eventually, I just do not know when. Alrighty, hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel here, and today it's time for another episode of Train Terms Talk Show. And today here we're going to be learning about the symbols of the rest of the Class 1 railroads, as I said, Canadian National, Canadian Pacific, and Kansas City Southern. And then eventually I will be doing the Class 2 railroads, and I don't know if I will be getting to Class 3 or not, but I will be for sure doing Class 2 railroads in the future. So anyway, let's get started. I hope you enjoy this video. Alrighty, let's go ahead and kick it off with Kansas City Southern. Now, Kansas City Southern is very similar to UP. Like, they do pretty much what UP does. They use one letter to indicate like what type of train it is. Then they use 6 letters, which the first 3 are the abbreviation of the city that the train originates in, and then the other 3 are the abbreviation of where the train terminates at. That's what UP does, and that's also what Kansas City Southern does as well. But however, though, there are some different terms here on Kansas City Southern. So anyway, let's get started here. Alright, so let's go ahead and put a Kansas City Southern train symbol together, which, by the way, this is a real symbol. So anyway, if there is a Kansas City Southern coal train, well, C stands for coal train. So if this was a coal train, they would put C, and then there would be a hyphen. And then, after that, and then if it were to go from Kansas City, Missouri, which is the origin, they would put KC. And then if the train were to terminate in Flint Creek, Oklahoma, they would put FL. And those are the abbreviations of the city right there. So right there is an example of a Kansas City Southern train symbol. The only difference between the way that KCS and UP use their symbols is that instead of having 3 letters in the abbreviation like UP, Kansas City Southern only does 2. Alright, now Canadian Pacific, it's pretty dang easy. Because CP, for their train symbols, all that they use is just 3 numbers. That's it. CP is just simple and sweet with their train symbols, unlike BNSF. Yes, this is a real BNSF train symbol. It's definitely way more complicated. But anyway, Canadian Pacific, depending on what the number series is, it indicates what type of train it is. So anyway, here they are right now. And now, let's take a look at the big boys here. Canadian National, the best railroad ever, in my humble opinion. Alright, so anyway, CN train symbols are also not hard to learn. They are a little bit more complex than Kansas City Southern and CP, but they're not complicated like BNSF level. BNSF is just, I don't know, sometimes they're just weird. But anyway, here, CN uses their numbers in a different way. Okay, so here's how, there's 5 parts on the CN symbol. So here we go. Part 1 is the first letter identifies the type of the train. And if part 2, the first 3 numbers are the train number. This designates origin, destination, and train priority within the train types. And then part 3 is the 4th number identifies the region where the train is originated, which allows CN multiple uses of the same train number. And then the 5th number, which is part 4, identifies the train section. The regular section of any train will have a 1 in this position. And an advanced section will have a 0. And the following sections will have 2, 3, etc. All that good stuff. And then part 5, the last 2 numbers are the day of the month that the train originated. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the letters that CN uses and what they mean and stuff. And then after that, we'll go ahead and get an example of a CN train symbol, and that will conclude today's episode. Okay, so what you're seeing on your screen now is a real Canadian National train symbol that operates on the former Illinois Central main line of Mid-America. So, let's go ahead and break this train symbol down. The A means that it is a short-hauled manifest. And you see the 432, it's in the 400 through 499 series, which means that it is a short-haul manifest, but it can also mean OCS trains. And then the 9 indicates that it is a Gulf North region, which are GTW lines west of Griffith, Indiana, and Illinois Central lines north of Centralia and the former CCP. And then the 1 indicates like how many sections follow on that train, in which this case there's only 1 section added. And then the last 2 numbers indicate the day of the month that it was originated. And since this one says 03, then that means it originated on the 3rd of whatever month it is. Alright guys, well, that is it for today's episode of Train Terms Talk Show. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. That's all I have for now. I might be uploading a little bit less due to school, because I've been back for a long time now. But another reason why I'm uploading less of these is because I'm now also making way in for some NASCAR videos. But don't worry though, Train Terms Talk Show won't go away at all. It's still going to be here. Anyway, that's all for today. GR Productions is out.